Hi, my name is Rob Ryder, and this past week I had a really great interview with Mr. Ingman. I just so enjoyed talking with him and learning about some of the great things that are taking place at the Charles School. I wanted to record just a really brief introduction to myself in case Mr. Ingman wanted more information or other teachers might be interested in more information as you consider candidates for the next round of interviews. And just wanted to provide a little information about myself. I've taught at Columbus State Community College for the past 9 years, and I've taught Composition 1, Composition 2, Developmental English, and Science Writing. Mr. Ingman described how teachers collaborate on different norms that are developed for the school. And one thought that I've been mulling over is that I think I would do a really good job of contributing to developing norms for students just with my experience teaching at Columbus State, and then also the past 4 years, much of my teaching has been dedicated to dual enrollment teaching. So I've really done a lot to help students bridge the gap between high school and college. Wanted to provide a little information just about an average day in my classroom. We start out with some journaling. I usually put a prompt up on the board or post that on Blackboard, post it on our learning management system, and then students have some time to do some writing. Afterwards, we'll take a little bit of time to get together into some small groups and talk about what we've written about. I usually write alongside the students. I like them to see me writing as well and developing ideas so that we can share those insights together. I do try to have some time each class period where I do some reading to them. So I really like students to hear the spoken word or hear the written word through speaking so they can kind of start to see some of those differences between what writing and speaking are, because I find that many students come in with strong spoken language skills but need some work in their writing. And we discuss assignments due, sometimes have a little more small group work, and then come together as a group to discuss. So we try to make sure that there's a little bit of lecture, but very little. Much of the work is being done as kind of an active learning process where the students are discussing, engaging with one another, and then doing some independent writing. One thing that's unique about my background that I think would be a great thing to bring to the table at the Charles School is the fact that I have a lot of science coursework under my belt. I don't have a full minor in chemistry, but I've completed almost a minor. I think I'm missing one class, minor in chemistry. And I also have taken a lot of classes in geology and in biology. So I have a strong science background, and I like to have students read a range of scientific texts, the double helix, writing about the discovery of the DNA molecule, the immortal life of Henrietta Lacks, examining the important discovery of Henrietta Lacks's immortal cells that led to our modern understanding of cell biology. And we talk about some of the different social, political, and scientific implications of these discoveries. Similarly, I like to have students complete things like lab reports and do other writing that would be done in the sciences so they can see how that applies to this range of fields. I do a lot of conferencing, and then one thing that I like to do as well is to help students bridge the gap between subjects they know to subjects they don't know as well. So one of the subject themes that I have for a class that I teach at Columbus State is food, culture, and identity. And I find that to be a really successful class because students can take a topic that they know about, food, almost all of us love food, and then bridge that to more complex topics. For example, a student might be interested in GMOs. They love writing about pizza and eating pizza, and they discover that, hey, the wheat that's used in a particular brand of crust that they enjoy for pizza uses a genetically modified wheat. So they can take that topic that they know about and then bridge it to something they're unfamiliar with. Similarly, I had a student write last semester about cultural appropriation. She was really interested in that and how soul food has been culturally appropriated by a range of different companies. So she was able to take something she enjoyed eating and then bridge that into a more complex topic. So I really appreciate the time to speak with you briefly, and I will forward all of my information, resume, and other materials to Mr. Ingman. And if there's any additional information that I can provide as you consider who you might like to meet with for your next round of interviews, I can be reached at rryder@cscc.edu. Thank you for your time and have a great day.